Hello you guys, welcome back to my backyard garden. Welcome back to another video on blueberries and how to grow them successfully in container. On today's episode, I want to talk to you guys about the varieties and the growing stages of blueberries, okay? How they transform from seedlings, small baby plants to fruiting bushes, okay? So yeah, let's get started. Finally, spring is just around the corner. What does that mean? Time to get and buy more blueberry plants. It's probably the most exciting time of the year for me. I love to go to the local retailers and see what kind of varieties of blueberries they have for this year. As you know, or may not know, but blueberries, there are so many different varieties. How they taste, how small or large they get, etc. Okay? That is my main reason for growing so many different varieties of blueberries. So I'm excited and eager to go out and grab some more blueberries. Now, my wife may not be too happy about me getting some more plants because we are running out of room. But there's always an exception, you guys, okay? If there's a variety that I don't have, I will get it for sure. So I'm pretty sure spring is coming soon to where you are, and maybe spring already started for you guys, depending on where you are. So if you are eager to go out to the store or online and buy yourself some, then make sure you watch or skim through this video right here, because it will be valuable and it can make or break your growing season, okay? So I will use my past experience on different varieties that I'm growing and the knowledge that I guess accumulate to help you guys choose to what works well and don't work well for where you are. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about the varieties first. First and foremost, the most popular varieties are northern highbush blueberries. Think of New Jersey, Ohio, Illinois, Minnesota, those places where blueberry thrive, okay? Up in the north, they are named northern highbush. They require a high chill hour number. For example, 700 and up, okay? Now, in my experience with northern highbush, they do not tolerate summer heat of 90 degrees and up quite well. If you put them in direct sun and not filter light, the new growth will shrivel out and die. So yeah, also they are very finicky about the soil pH, so you have to be on point on your pH for sure for northern highbush. Some example of northern highbush that I like are blue crop, Chippewa, Chandler, you know, and many more, but those are just a few. Now let's talk about the second popular varieties of blueberries, and that is Rabbiteyes blueberries. Yes, rabbit eyes. They resemble the rabbit eyes, right? They turn red before they turn blue. That is a pretty cool characteristic of Rabbiteyes blueberries. Now I have quite a few of Rabbiteyes. They tolerate our summer heat here in Texas quite well, okay? They tend to grow bigger than the northern highbush, and their soil pH requirement, they can tolerate a little higher pH than the northern highbush. For example, at 6.5, they would do okay. Some example of Rabbiteyes that I've grown and like are Powder Blue, Brightwell, Tiff Blue, and Premier. And also Titan and Cruer. Those you get some huge berries. Now let's talk about the third varieties, and that is the certain Highbush. I have one here, and as the name implies, they do well in the south. Think of northern Florida, Houston, San Diego, okay? They have a low chill hour requirement. And the last varieties are low to almost no chills varieties. And those are mainly grown in the south, okay? San Diego, Houston, Florida, where they don't need no chill hours, right? You notice I talk about chill hours requirement. So what are chill hours? Chill hour is something that you as a gardener must know, okay? Chill hours are the amount of hours that our fruiting bushes here, like blueberries or fruit trees such as peaches and apples, the chill hours, they need it in order for them to break dormancy and produce healthy fruit, okay? So what temperature constitute chill hours in the dormant season in winter? That is 45 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? Anything below that number will constitute an hour, okay? So in a night of 12 hours of 45 degrees and below temperature, that is how much hour they will get. So you will add on each day, right? So why are chill hours so important? Well, look around me, guys. I'm surrounded by blueberries that are growing out, and our winter is not really over yet, okay? Spring is around the corner, but we still have a bunch of frost day left. Can you see why now? Well, if you choose a low chill hours varieties, for example, I'm in zone 7A, we get at least 900 chill hours. In November and December, it would gather enough chill hours and would break out. It would gather all of it required chill hours. And guess what? After a couple of weeks of warm weather in late December, this is what happened right here. They get tricked into waking up. Inside their brain, their CPU, whatever it is, they require their chill hours. So they start waking up. They feel the heat, the sun. So of course they're gonna wake up and produce flowers and leaves and berries. You see the major problem in that? If you don't have a greenhouse like I do, what are you gonna do? You won't have berries to eat, okay? So winter is quite long. And if they wake up too early and you don't have protection, consider them gone, the berries. As you guys can see, the different varieties that you choose with the amount of chill hours they require are quite important, very important. If you choose the wrong varieties, it's just going to be more work for yourself, okay? So yeah, I will give an example from Texas, right? In Texas, I'm in zone 7, high chill hours. I can grow northern Highbush and Rabbiteyes, okay? Well, I have all kind of varieties because I have a greenhouse. But if I don't, I would only choose northern Highbush and Rabbiteyes. Now in Dallas, zone 8A, I would stick with Rabbiteyes, okay? Because their spring come early. And you can also grab some Northern Highbush in Dallas, because as of late, their winter are quite cold also. So, right? Now, if you move into Mineola, the eastern part of Texas, then of course, stick with Rabbiteyes. They do a whole lot better there. Houston, go with a certain Highbush, something that requires low chills, okay? So that way in the winter in Houston, when they wake up, they won't get zapped by the frost in February or March, right? So that is just an example. Let's get to the fun part. I really want to show you guys the growing stages of blueberries throughout one season, okay? From seedlings to fruiting stage. So let's get started. Check this out, guys. These are blueberries cuttings that I'm rooting out to replicate and propagate one of my favorite varieties. This is how nurseries, you know, produce so many blueberries plants. This is one of the methods, and in a couple months they will branch out and turn into something like this guy, about 7 to 10 inches in height, okay? At this stage they can grow quite fast. Now also, these you can get online for way cheaper than the bigger blueberry size, okay? At half or a quarter of the price, and they will grow fast. If you want to buy a whole lot, I recommend these starter size blueberry plants, okay? Then after you feed them, you water them throughout the summer, following what I'm about to show you guys to do on my future videos, they will turn into something of this size. Now this guy, I chop off half of his length already, okay, because I want to form stronger branches down below. And yes, they can fruit after 1 year, but I choose to create a bigger, stronger, sturdier bottom end, okay? Thick, solid, and tight. That's what I want. As you can see, in just one summer growing season, just how fast they grow. And then as fall approaches and winter come along, our blueberry go into its dormancy stage. They will drop off its leaves, right, and start to form flower buds, okay? Let me grab the camera and show you guys a better view of it. Okay, here's a good example. You see that? These are the thicker buds, and these are the thinner buds. So when it is acquiring all of its chill hours in the winter, they start to form flower buds, and each flower buds will have about 6 to 7 flowers minimum, okay? They are typically formed on the first year growth, only on the tip of the branch, okay? You see that? Only on the tip of the branch. So what happened after late winter, early spring approaches, warm weather begins? This is where we are now, early spring. It has required all of its chill hours, accumulate all of the chill hours, and as you can see, the flower buds are peeking through on the tip of all of the newly developed branches. Okay, this is when it's waking up. This is critical. So you better hope your winter or slowly disappearing. If not, these newly formed blooms will all die. Okay, once again, varieties are important. Chill hours, super important. And what's after this stage? Check this out. This is what will become of those flowers. Okay, buds. They are formed in clusters, very dense cluster, and at the same time they will develop into blueberries. That is our goal. All right, and as the blueberries are forming, new leaf buds from below are shooting out, and it will repeat the process for next year. These new branch will all produce flower buds at the tip for next year. You see the pattern? Okay, pretty cool, guys. Okay guys, so there you have it. It's just a quick rundown on the different varieties of blueberries and the different growing stages of it throughout the growing season. I hope it is helpful for you guys. So get out there, get online, get to the store, grab yourself a few different varieties of blueberries and grow it, and grow it well with the knowledge that I just shown you guys. Okay, yes, make sure you get 2 to 3 different varieties of the same blueberries, I mean in the same family. Okay, for example, if you are going with Rabbiteyes, try to get 2 to 3 different kinds: powder blue, brightwell, and maybe premier. Okay, they will cross-pollinate one another. If not, they become lonely and they won't produce as much fruit, berries. Okay, the more different varieties, the more they fall in love with one another and produce more flavorful berries. Think of it that way. All right, you guys, peace. Stay healthy, stay blessed, and pray for world peace, and get out there and truly plan to grow what you want to eat and love to eat.